Takes out Samel. XZ, there goes the BKB, already Mines goes off, bye-bye Tusk. The ultimate gets laid out, Shiki actually drops a little bit low, but they're just going to kite around Samel. Universe is coming in from the side, pops his Shivas. BKB is run out from the Dragon Knight, now he's going to be susceptible to all that burst damage. There goes the Sonic Wave, able to finish him off. Samel does die in the end, but CDEC have lost 3, and Aggressive now fighting for his life. Does manage to get Universe. The rest of Evil Geniuses, are they going to pursue for more? Looks like they get Q quite easily. Aggressive, yeah, they recover the gem actually. AUI quickly snags that one. That's a huge win for them. Just the team fight, the trade-off alone, well worth it for EG, but of course taking the gem away from the enemy team is all the more valuable when you're playing techies.
That was so huge. AUI had mines there that instantly got the Dragon Knight to half HP, which just killed the fight for C-Tech. Once that techie's got the Dragon Knight so low, he pops his BKB, but still he is at about 900 HP, and EG can definitely kill that, especially with the level 3 Sonic Wave. And then from there, it's just 1 or 2 more spells, a 6-second BKB. You can take that out pretty quickly, and then the fight became impossible for C-Tech. Like, they need that Dragon Knight to tank up so much more damage than he did. And that's the issue with their lineup, is that they're a little bit too over-reliant on their cores. Whereas on EG side, you saw Sumail get blown up almost instantly. Like, he pops his BKB, he died, and they still won the fight pretty dominantly. It's so annoying playing against the techies. Like, that Dragon Knight must have just been like, that's rough.
Alright, stacking up some Ancients. If this does, I mean, it's a techies game. It's naturally going to push late. Where do we go? What's the idea behind each team's late game?
For C-Deck, you just want your Dragon Knight to get more farmed. Like, getting an Assault Cuirass so you can deal with more of the mines.
Oh dear, Universe coming in is going to help out PPD. They still have the Snowball to be able to stop PPD's TP out, and Universe may still be caught as well. He actually burrow strikes.
They got the gem back. They know he's there.
Yep, they can see him. They just can't quite reach him because they're melee heroes. Aggressive to the rescue, though. Lays out the call down. Burrow strike up in 1 second. Universe gets a little bit more distance. Now hit by the homing missile. Big Daddy Sumail, though, is coming through. The snowball goes out. He's really trying to commit for this kill on Universe, but Universe, he got over the trees, but it's still not enough. The Ice Shards managed to get him. Now Sumail chased away by Aggressive. Fear is here as well, but he's got a haste rune. Now pops his BKB. Fear's actually quite low. They go for the side. The Ice play almost blown up Aggressive by themselves, but no, he's getting healed up by the rip. Gardner makes a big play, and Aggressive makes the turn. Gardner even lives with just a sliver of HP, and C-Deck, they found yet another fight. It started off with a weird pickoff that EG tried to contest, but it's still a fight C-Deck win. They'll take anything they can.
And that's the butterfly going to work right there. Sumail missed 2 or 3 hits. It just made it too hard for them to fight. Aggressive was just able to kite around that entire fight. He's got 5,200 gold now, easily leading the net worth chart. And Sumail's built so many items that just don't help him battle anymore. Like, you've got the Blink Dagger, you've got a Yule Scepter. Aggressive doesn't have any items like that. He's built for the late game. He's got a Butterfly, a Helm of Dama, BKB. He can get rid of the drums to get just a major item now, and nobody on EG can really match that item progression anymore. This should mean an MKB for him. There's no way that he doesn't buy one at this point, especially considering that the Shadow Fiend has a Butterfly of his own, and nobody from EG is going to be able to build a Butterfly for quite some time. Like, you could maybe see Fear getting one, but...
You mean an MKB?
Yeah, an MKB. You might see Fear get an Assault, or an MKB. Like, he's actually got a pretty tough decision to make because his team needs more armor, and it helps you fight physical damage. And it's just a good item against the Dragon Knight, but he also needs to get the MKB to be able to deal physical damage to the Gyrocopter, who's really tanky right now. Yeah,
Sigil once again allowing an easy road shot, it seems, for C-Deck. They're not going to be interrupted by Evil Geniuses.
This is just such a back-and-forth game right now, as both teams just continue to trade 3 heroes for 3 heroes over and over again. And, I mean, you're just seeing whoever takes the slightly better fight comes out on top. It's a numbers game right now.
AUI's now got the Bloodstone. Kinking this guy is impossible. If it's not the Suicide Squad attack, it's the Bloodstone
So many
suicide.
mines in a row. It's like he's playing a broodmother of mines. Instead of webs, there's just pain. Great stuff.
And every single one of those mines, kills a whole entire creep wave.
I guarantee you, after this game, C-Deck's just like, I'm having so much fun. I can't wait to play against another techies. Nah,
I mean, just the split push factor alone. If they never come up and clear through this, the top lane is perma pushed at this point.
Oh, they're actually going to find AUI. They'd be so happy with that.
XZ, he's going to have to time this one quite well. Oh, no, there goes the stasis ward. They still manage to stun up some of these heroes, and he does get off this.
All right, that's the hate. That was like the quad ultimate. They're really not satisfied with just killing him. They have to lay it in, and I don't blame them. As
they didn't even manage to force like that. The disruptor pops the silence there, just to hope that they can force at least the Bloodstone suicide, but they don't even get that.
They got one or the other. And AUI, he's already alive right now.
That's the absurdity. Always up, always ready to go.
Nah, it's a funny hero. Like, I don't even mind it in the game. It just it changes everything. Like, it's not, you don't play normal Dota against the techies. And I know I'm joking a lot and saying CDEC can't be having fun playing against us, and they probably aren't. But I mean, it's still part of the game.
Universe pushing out that bottom lane. We saw AUI. The top lane, like, yeah, they pushed it out, but it's just because of the mines factors. The lane is still going to be keeping in the CDEC side of the map constantly. So EG have pretty free reign to farm up their jungle and try and make some sort of economic recovery to catch back up to that gyrocopter. Sumail's honestly not that far behind Aggressive anymore.
No, I just think the problem is that he's got a lot of items that don't help him deal damage.
Yeah.
The Yule Scepter is a really temporary measure right now. He wasn't able to use it for that combination where you just instantly blow somebody up.
Yeah.
So now it's just not paying off anymore. And meanwhile, everybody from CDEC just built for the late game. Like, Shiki doesn't have, aside from the Blink Dagger, he's got an AC, a BKB, an SNY. Your Gyrocopter just does a ton of damage. He has probably the best two items that you want on a Gyrocopter late game. MKB, Butterfly.
He's not going to lay out the minefield sign. I'm a little bit
just
surprised.
Going for the trade here.
Especially since they're giving so much time to both top and bottom. Fear and Sumail are going for those pushes. Shiki does come back. They also have to deal with the bottom lane. I'm pretty sure they just got no damage on those Raxes at all.
Yeah, this is going to allow EG more time to reset and just buy themselves time. And this is really good for them because they don't want to fight into an Aegis Gyrocopter. They want CDEC to get antsy and waste it if they can. They're just trying to get that.
Yeah, that was a great read by AUI. I really thought like he would just put the minefield sign down and just like, haha, now you can't push up the middle lane at all, and then you have to go back and defend. But he saw like his allies were already putting enough pressure on bottom and top lane that they had to defend anyway. So he still keeps that cooldown intact, which is pretty important. It's essentially a 3-minute delay to any push that you laid out.
Yeah, wherever you decide to place it, you have to be sure.
Yeah.
That's where the fight's going to happen, because CDEC can just go for the bottom lane.
Oh, Fear gets glimpsed back. He pops the BKB. He'll be forcing that one. Sumail managed to get off a really great ultimate, which will be able to finish off the Tusk at the very least. Now the Disruptor drops his ultimate. Q's going to be right-click down nonetheless. Fear still in a great position. Now here comes Universe as well. They're just going to be able to control the DK. They just want to fight right outside of CDEC's base. This is a huge win. And they're going to be able to go uphill, attempting to force buybacks, but there are none.
Oh, actually, the Dragon Knight doesn't have a buyback because he fully completed that AC. Tusk just got a Blink Dagger, and I mean, they definitely didn't see Universe coming in from that backside as the Dragon Knight uses all of his BKB timer, and Universe with another clutch ultimate. This guy's just insane.
Aggressive, just trying to stall, essentially, but it's so hard. You've got these big right clickers. They're just going back and forth between the two lanes, not even taking too much of a threat. Aggressive's now going to be the target. Does have that Aegis, so even if he gets popped here, they'll come back a secondary time. And they'll just gladly take the range racks. So you think they get the melee racks as well? Nope, they actually pop themselves out. A lot of CDEC are coming back. AUI just laying mine after mine on that tier 3 tower. But Tusk is back. Dragon Knight's up in 20 seconds. It looks like, unless they see an opening, perhaps XE being overly aggressive, goes for PPD, can't quite pop him, and there is the Shallow Grave to be able to keep him alive. The Tombstone might be able to finish him off as well. Aggressive looking for a call down to catch him in the end. PB dodges that one, and Aggressive is just losing a lot of time chasing down a support. He does get him in the end, but they traded away a Tusk for that one, and EG are still keeping that back and forth push.
EG are just doing such a good job of extending the game and forcing CDEC to make mistakes. Like, CDEC is sending 1 or 2 heroes at a time to defend these pushes, assuming that it's just 1 or 2 heroes doing the push, but EG are always backing it up, and they're just forcing CDEC to run around and play around them. And once again, EG has somehow taken map control. Like, despite the fact that the enemy team has two really tanky cores that are built purely for the late game, they're just getting outfought. Like, EG is outmaneuvering them around the map. C-Deck is constantly just responding to whatever EG happen to do. Like, it's like, EG push one, well, we have to back. We can't really let this fall. And it's just extending this game right now this is what EG want. Like, you want this game to go long so that your enemy is going to make mistakes and you think your play is going to be a little bit cleaner, then you can mop up.
Satanic complete for the Shadow Fiend, and he's pretty much caught up to the Gyrocopter in net worth. He still has the need to sell and trade out for a different item, but he's pretty much caught up, especially with the room that Sumail has to be able to farm up.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job right now of keeping the map pretty spaced out. The Queen of Pain is still a little bit behind in net worth, but she's starting to pick up a lot of items. She's got a fully completed Octarine core after that fight, and I'd imagine... I don't think Aghanims is the item.
It seems like the supporting cast is just of EG is what's going to make the difference here. You've got compare, say, like Tusk, right? Tusk and Universe. Universe, first of all, can do, I think, Sand King's just more powerful going late game just because the initiation factor is so strong. But he's also going to have a Scythe of Ice. Now, oh god, Sumail, incredibly fast blink away. If they'd been managed to catch him, that would have been a huge win for them. But unfortunately,
then is it both of the supports on the side of C-Deck combined?
Yeah.
By considerable margin. I mean, don't even consider AUI as a support player in any game that he plays. You have to just treat him like a core hero. He's the new offlaner for EG, introducing AUI 2000. Universe
it's
pretty
a
much
fourth
just
lane,
plays.
essentially. When EG have a greedy 4, they just always seem to find that fourth lane for AUI to farm up.
Yeah, and he's getting so farmed right now. If he gets his own Hex, that would just completely ruin C-Deck in these fights.
3 different Blink Hexes, that would be insane.
Yeah. No, that's another factor. Blink Hex is probably it's the strongest initiation in the game.
Yep.
You can blow somebody up, you can set so much up, you can force inopportune BKBs, because if you Blink Hex, then C-Deck is going to be spamming their BKBs like nonstop. They're like, we have to get this off if we lose this fight. And more importantly, the C-Deck is just running out of BKB timings. Like, it's 6 seconds on one hero, 5 seconds on the Dragon Knight, and
one Scythe of Ice already being used onto Shiki. They're just chain stunning him as much as possible. There are some heals, and Shiki's still tanky enough to survive through all this, but he's forced to pop his BKB. At the same time, the Snowball went out, and they're kind of in an awkward position. Disruptor managed to catch Sumail, though, with the ultimate. Shiki also stunning him up. Sumail will go down, but Universe comes in. Here comes that Epicenter with the already stun up on Aggressive. Now Sumail pops the Satanic. He's actually staying alive here. The control's going to be on Aggressive as well. He really wants to get Sumail, and he will in the end, but the Scythe of Ice and the right click should be able to finish him off. Burrow Strike, double stun will get Q as well. Another buyback out. Dragonite, Shiki, he's got his Elder Dragon form alongside Aggressive. They're going to try and win this fight. If they don't get it, though, this is going to be the end of the game. Carter is dropping lower and lower, will end up falling. Sumail now on the retreat. Shiki and Aggressive slowing him down, keeping up, but oh, what a big stasis trap, controlling 2 of the cores, and now with the mines, both of them dropping low. Universe finishes off one, Sumail gets the other. C-Deck dropped the Gyrocopter with no buyback. Dragonite forced into his buyback, and Sumail and the rest of EG are still looking healthy enough that they can easily win this last fight. Shiki comes forward, desperate to be able to win a fight without Elder Dragon form, stunts up Sumail, but it just doesn't do the damage. Now slowed down, Universe looking for that next Burrow Strike, won't be able to get it, but Q dies, and now it's just the Dragonite left against the world. But it's a top lane of Rax, and soon to be mid that's also going to fall. C-Deck are just banking on the Dragonite and the supporting cast of Tusk and Undying that are coming up in 20 seconds.
What's going on in these fights right now is that C-Deck's supports are so underfarmed